We have the management protocol for the network, that's the Simple Network Management Protocol, SNMP. Let's first of all understand the terminologies used in SNMP. Basically, we have three main or major component. We have SNMP manager. You can think this as a collector where it is getting the information from the SNMP agents. So you have agents, that's the network devices, and you have manager where all those information are getting collected with help of MIB. So third very important component, we have the SNMP management information base. Now what is happening? Now these MIPS are nothing but the information that is stored inside the agents, and managers they are using get, that means to retrieve the information, and suppose if they want to change certain parameters they can use set. So managers they are using get and set methodology to get the information, or if they want to change anything they can change. Now again, the communication channel we have, we'll see that we have versions of SNMP. So for example, community based version, SNMP version 1, SNMP version 2C, and then we have something like authentication or user based SNMP methodology as well, that is the SNMP version 3. But yeah, we have different version as per different RFCS standard, and these SNMP or the SNMP protocol in general, they are used to collect the information for the management purposes. So for example, what type of information? Say interface monitoring type of information or protocol monitoring type of information. Now one of the popular tool for SNMP at this point of time we have, so for example, third party SolarWind tool, where we are going to do the testing as well in the upcoming lab session. Uh, Most of the production network they are using SolarWind, or there are various tools as well. Just they are using SNMP methodology, same methodology that you have manager, you have agent, and then MIB, and then they are collecting information at a common place again for the analysis purpose. Now here you can see that the SNMP get method, we have three type of get method, means we are getting the method, we are getting the information, we are getting the next variable information, or we are getting the information in the bulk as well. So three get methods inside get method we have. And finally we have SNMP notification as well. Now what is SNMP notification? This is again a type of information, and it is referred as a unsolicited asynchronous notification that can be generated as a trap or information. So in the configuration, I will show you that we can use the methods, the agents can use these methods to tell the manager about the various type of information. So in trap or maybe in inform, you have various type of information that you want to tell to the manager, and in the configuration I'll show you that what exactly trap look like. Now we have trap and we have inform. Most popular in these two is trap. That is less reliable as well. So what is happening actually, what's the uh, core difference or basic difference between trap and inform is that trap is a message that the manager is getting that don't have any acknowledgement. On other hand, the inform, they have the acknowledgement as well. So that's the reason the trap is faster, or trap methodology is faster than the inform method. But yeah, inform method is reliable because it has its acknowledgement as well. So we know the basics terminology used in SNMP. Let's stop here, and next section we are going to study about SNMP MIB and versions of SNMP. Let us understand Cisco MIB and versions of SNMP. Now this MIB is nothing but a database, and this MIB is in form of tree structure. Uh, Again, if you want to learn more about MIB, you can go and refer these RFC 1213, and for traps we have 1215, and even with respect to Cisco, if you want to again see the tree structure and the hierarchy, you can go and check Cisco MIB, and you'll get long list of MIB related to most of the things. So for example, the informations related to protocols, the information related to traps, the information related to flaps, information related to CPU, interface, monitoring, etc. etc. And again, major vendors, say for example, who is working on SNMP, SolarWind and others, they are using this MIB, and they have the SNMP manager where they can go and collect all this information that I'll show you in the uh, upcoming session, that how you can retrieve these informations, how you can query. So suppose if I have SNMP manager, I can send the query. That's nothing but the get method. I can send that get method, and once I do this get method, the responder, that is nothing but the agent, they will give me all the information that I query inside this string. Okay, now we have three versions. We have version 1, 2C and version 3. 1 and 2, SNMP version 1 and 2C, they are very much community based. So obviously they are doing the community based authentication. The method of authentication is the community string. Again, in the lab section, we'll see that we have the community string. Even we can put some sort of ACL ACL as well for that if you want to filter out the uh, number of volume or number of requests we can put inside the ACL. That we'll see in the lab section. Then we have version 3, that's the secure model. We have version 3 is supporting, say for example, message integrity, authentication and encryption. Now there is a huge improvement with respect to version 1 versus 2C, and you see that still most of the organizations, they are using community based version 2C. Why? Because they can do bulk retrieval of data. That's obviously the tables and large quantity of information. Again, these are uh, belonging to the tables. Whenever we are talking about tables, they are belonging to the database system. So maybe MySQL or any type of databases that these managers, they are using behind the scene. So maybe they can use MySQL or any type of database, and depending upon those company and their partnership with the database companies. All right, so version 2 can get a large volume of data with less amount of expense. Expense here means the memory, the round trip delay, etc. That's the power we have with respect to 2C versus SNMP version 1. And when we are talking about version 3, this is based on the security model for users or users belonging to group. Now, what is the difference? I have the slide for that. Here you can see that we have model, we have label, authentication, encryption, and what is going to happen. Now, version 1 and 2C, we know that they are community based, so that's why we have the community string for obviously authentication, but they are no auth, no priv, no auth, no priv, no authentication, no priv. Uh, Again, I told you that community is itself a type of a string, or you can think a password just to do the authentication, but it's not exact authentication like you have MD5 SHA that we used to learn inside various other protocol like IPsec and others. Okay, but still you can think that community is a password, or it's a authentication way of protection to do the authentication between the agent and the manager. So for inside V3 again, V3 just not only supporting the authentication and the encryption, but they have uh, no auth, no priv method as well. So you can do username. So user the username match for the authentication. Then you have auth, no priv. Auth means authentication, no privacy. At that time you have the MD5, maybe SHA. At that time they will go and do the authentication. And finally it has auth and priv, where you are using both the MD5 and DX56 as a data encryption. Okay, so these are the versions we have related to SNMP. Let us understand the configuration, and obviously we are going to do the configuration in lab. Now, when we are doing the SNMP configuration, we can go and give the SNMP contact location chassis ID. Then we can go and verify as well. So for example, show SNMP contact location and chassis. Now, when we are configuring version 1 and version 2, we know these are the community-based versions. And what are the prerequisite then? How we can go and configure? So the prerequisite we have that we should follow these, at least these three things, that who is the manager, and we can put those managers in ACL and what type of roles they have, like read only, read write, etc. Then if we want to cut down the SNMP MIB view or MIB view, just to protect to get too much information. Obviously what is happening that you have agent, and suppose you have 4 or 5 different manager, or obviously different IPs, means you have different managers at different location to pull those information. So pull those MIB information related to network management. Now if you put too much load on a network device, means all the time they are giving so much information to all the managers, there are chances that the CPU spike will be very high. So there may be issues related to CPU, maybe issues related to memory, maybe issues related to congestion. So unnecessarily do not burden your device with full MIB, and that's one of the thing that even the best practice, that we can cut down the MIB database and we can create views, and then that view access will be um, through, or that view access through the community string or through the community, or sometimes we are referring community as a password as well. Then we can have the read and write permission. So three things: define the manager with ACL, or maybe if you have only one or two manager, then simply you can go and give the manager IP. Define the view if it is required, if you are facing issues related to a spike, CPU, etc. And then we can go and give the read write permission to the community. We'll see that in the lab section, that how this configuration template look likes. Now you can see that's very easy: SNMP server, community string, view, read only, read write, then ACL number. If you want to uh, shut this down means if you want to remove the SNMP, you can go and use no SNMP server community. Again, we can go and check show SNMP community. Now, if you want to give that notification message in terms of trap, so for that we can go and put these configuration here. Either we can go and use trap or inform. So here we can see the configuration is SNMP host ID, trap, inform, version 1, 2, 3, auth, no auth, priv, etc. All right. So in case of version 3, again, it belongs to user, or users belong to group, where we can have authentication and encryption. So we should go and define the group as well. That's why you can see here that we have SNMP server and group, and then group name version 1, 2, 3, auth, no auth, priv, that we have already discussed earlier, and notify and access list. Again, you can go and check with show SNMP group. So let me quickly log in to the lab devices, and let's perform the lab task related to SNMP. Here you can see the lab setup. So I have a switch, actually all these devices except this SNMP server. SNMP server is my local system where I have put the SNMP server. And then I have this host. This is nothing but a router. I have made this as a the display is like host, the laptop or a PC. These are connected with the Ethernet port with the router, where I'm using the Ethernet switching capability. Inside VLAN 2, I will go and show you the configuration for this switch one, that is again the router. Just for the simulation, I have made this as a switch. So let me quickly show you the configuration for switch one interface F1/1415, and then the IP addresses of these host, so host 3 and switch 1. obviously this is going to be my SNMP server. So what I will do that I will go and pull the information. Okay, so let me show you all those things. Obviously we have to do the configuration for SNMP as well. So here I have, you can see I don't have SNMP configuration at this point of time that I want to put. And with this host, if I go and check show IP interface brief, what IP it has. So here you can see that I have interface 1/15, and who is the gateway? Gateway is .2, and where is .2? So that we can go and check where is the gateway. Gateway is the VLAN 2 actually. So here you can see that do I have VLAN? Switch 1. I don't have VLAN that I want to make it. So how I can do this? Say VLAN database name, if I can give, or maybe we can give like this: VLAN 2 name, just all right. Let us perform the lab task. Here you can see in the lab that I have one SNMP server that is again I'm going to use as a manager, and then the switch one that you are seeing here in the diagram, that is actually router 1 that I'm going to use as a agent. And then from this host I will go and generate the traffic. This host is also one router. I have made this to look like as a PC. Okay, so what we can do, first of all, let me show you the configuration for host 3 and switch 1, because anyways this SNMP server is my local system where I'm doing the recording for this session. So let's go and open the CLI. Here you can see this is actually the switch. So let me go and change the name. So this is the switch one I have, and if I can show you the gateway for all the PCs belonging to the VLAN 2, we can go and check show VLAN and then switch. Here you can see that I have VLAN 2 and these two interfaces, 1/14 and 1/15. They are belonging to the VLAN, that is VLAN 2, that you can see here 14 and 15. So the manager and the host, they are belonging to the access VLAN 2. Alright, so what we want to do here, I want to do the SNMP configuration for the switch. So I can go and do the SNMP configuration, say SNMP server, and then I can give the location, say for example EPC, then SNMP server, the chassis ID, and then SNMP server. We have the connection or something, contact. So here you can see contact is okay. And now you can go and check the show SNMP server or show SNMP contact or something. So these things we have seen. You can go and check this thing, contact, and then the chassis ID, etc., etc. What configuration we have done so far? Show run section SNMP. Now I have one template configuration. So here you can see some old configurations are also there. But here you can see that we have the template of configuration that I can copy and paste. Here in this configuration, you can see that the host, that my local system has this particular IP, and I'm using the community name is this RATNESH. Again, I'm going to create one ACL, and inside that ACL, whatever IPs that I have, I'm giving read write permission. Okay. So like that, we can go and do the configuration. Even you'll find in the configuration we have more a number of traps and what is there in the ACL. So I can go and show you this access list where I'm giving permit any, but we can have the list of the managers in the ACL. Okay, so here you can see this configuration look like very straightforward, and then we can go and verify it. Okay, so how we can do the verification? I have one SNMP manager engine installed in my system. I can do the SNMP walk. So I am inside this particular folder in my local system, in my Windows system, and then I can go and do the SNMP walk. Here you can see SNMP walk.exe. Then you can go and give the version. That version is 2, and then I can go and give the community and then the SNMP manager IP. So that is 192.168.56.1. And now here you can see on top that the new window is coming up where I want to use the port, the timeout, the SNMP version. Obviously, I should go and give the agent address. So my agent address is 192.168.56.2. That's the IP of the switch VLAN 2. I should go and give the community like this. Now here you can see this is the root OID. I can go and do the scan. Once I do the scan, you will see that it will go and download one text file that I can open and I can show you that. Now, important thing here is that when we are doing the SNMP walk, we should not have blockage for port number 161. All right, so I disable the firewall port in my local system. And now if I want to ping from here to my agent, that's again the switch we have in between. So you can see that I have reachability. So that means that I can go and do the walk. I should go and change the IP 6856.2 and then the string, that's the password. Scan. Now you can see the OID it's started scanning, and because we are using the root OID, although we have option that we can go and give the string as well. So here you can see that we have this output saved. Let me open this output. Let me open this. Now here you can see this polling, or you can say that this SNMP walk. You can see the OID and what it is doing. So we have the complete output related to interfaces. Let me scroll down. You can see the IP addresses. So we have interfaces, we have IP addresses, the status of the interface, but you can see that it's a long output we have, and that's the power we have with SNMP version 2, that it will go and take all those information that we have, although we have used the root MIB or OID to get this information, but it depends that what exact information you need. According to that, you can go and put the filters. All right, so this is the way that we can go and run the walk. We are going to do a quick revision about the configuration of various versions that we have. We have already studied that how we can go and configure the important version, that is version 2, and C stands for community. Here you can see that it's a straightforward. We can go to the global configuration mode. We can do SNMP community public. Again, it depends that what type of community is string I have, public, private, or if we have any type of restriction, we can go and use with certain ACL as well. So again, here you can see that you can go and give the host version 2C and host version 1 as well. If you want to limit the number of managers, you can go and give even the permission as well. For example, read only or read write, and then mapped with the ACL 4 where I have the group of the manager. Again, we can go and enable various type of trap. We have a long list of trap or notifications that we can go and enable. We can go and give the host in terms of DNS as well or URL as well. Now again, we have the use case related to version 3. We know that version 3 where we have the group or the users belonging to the group. We can have option if we want no authentication, no priv. That means that we want a user-based SNMP version 3 configuration. So here you can see that you have to go here and define the group. So SNMP server, group 1, version 3, no auth. And then we can go and give the user as a remote user part of group 1, and the remote server is 10.12.8.4. Then SNMP server host, and there we have the informs version 3 with no auth. Again, the remote user config. So we can go and give the configuration like that. This is the case with no auth and no priv. Again, if we have case related to authentication with no priv, so again we can go and define the group with auth, and then auth user group remote version 3 auth MD5 password. Correct? Now again, if you have option or if you have use case that you want to give the priv security, so again we can go and define one group with the priv, and now I have the private user with group 3 with this remote location version 3, and again we have the authentication and the priv access. We know that the encryption that we are using is DAIS 56 bits of encryption with DAIS algorithm. Okay, so here you can see that it include everything, that it include auth and priv. You have the authentication, so here you can see auth MD5 password, and then you have the encryption as well, like priv access for this particular user, that is the private user. Okay, so this was the summary that what we have studied so far. In next section, we have to go and study about the syslog, and we have a small lab related to syslog.